I'd like to welcome everybody to the Thursday, March 26, 2020 work session. And thank you all for joining in with us. And Ms. Kingsley, would you mind calling the roll, please?
Mr. Bradley. Please let the record reflect that Mr. Bradley is not present. Ms. Quetch?
Here.
Mr. Webb?
Here.
Ms. Patterson?
Here.
Mayor Craig. Let the record reflect that Mayor Craig is not in attendance.
At this time, we'd like to approve the agenda as presented. Would someone like to make a motion and a second? Then I'll take the roll call.
I'll make that motion that we approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Ms. Quetch and Mr. Webb. And at this time, I took the roll call already.
We'll do it for the motion.
You want to do it for the motion?
Yes, please.
Okay, go right ahead.
Ms. Quetch?
Aye.
Mr. Webb?
Aye.
Ms. Patterson?
Aye. A quorum of the public body is present today, and I would like to thank everyone for agreeing to present through electronic communications today. The council and staff are striving to continue daily operations and comply with the state of emergency that we're in. This meeting is open to the public. However, we encourage you to view via live stream on the Abingdon TV YouTube page. The clerk will place the call to our agencies today, and at the designated times as posted. Every agency has been allotted for 5 minutes. Please note that the council will not be determining appropriations at this meeting. We will place our first call at this time.
The first call will be to Holston Mountain Artisans.
Hello.
Ms. Roden?
Yes.
Hi, this is Kim at the town offices. I have council assembled and ready for your presentation, please.
All right. Thank you. Good afternoon, council members.
Good afternoon.
My name is Andrea Roden, and I have been the director at Holston Mountain Artisans for 2 years. First of all, on behalf of all the businesses impacted by COVID-19, I want to thank you for thinking outside of the box in order to continue at this meeting. This is truly helpful to a lot of us. Holston Mountain Artisans is one of the oldest crafts cooperatives in the United States. This is our 49th year in the town of Abingdon, which also makes us one of the oldest businesses in Abingdon. We are a nonprofit that started in 1971, and we currently have 114 members ranging in ages from 16 to 88. We have 4 festivals each year, bringing in many tourists and locals alike. We also have 2 Saturday spotlights per month. All of these events showcase our artisans who do live demonstrations. In addition, through the Southwest Virginia 4-H Center program, Road Scholars, we had groups come in to see live demonstrations from our carvers. In 2019, all of these events alone brought in a little over 1,300 people, including many children, that were able to interact with artisans and craftspeople. Our total of visitors to Holston Mountain Artisans in 2019 was a little over 4,000. We need your help in order to continue to grow and reach that milestone of 50 years, 2021. We want to be able to teach more classes and attract more of the younger generation, especially in order to keep the arts alive, while also supporting our older members, some of whom are elderly and disabled and rely on this excess income from Holston Mountain Artisans. In 2019, we implemented a dues program where members could donate time and have a reduced dues fee. This resulted in 40 of the members donating over 800 hours of time during the course of the year. This helped the members and Holston Mountain Artisans alike. In conclusion, in the past we have always brought items from our shop to show you the talent of our artisans In light of the events, we hope that you will stop by the shop when we reopen in order to see for yourselves the quality and beauty of our member items. We greatly appreciate your support in the past years and hope you will continue to do so.
We have 2 minutes available, Council,
Okay,
for
council,
questions.
would you all like to ask any questions from Ms. Roden?
No, I just appreciate all y'all do here in Abingdon.
And we all do. I think-
Okay, Ms.
I
Raden,
think
thank
that's
you
all
so
the
much for your
questions.
time. We appreciate you.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Ms. Kingsley, we'll be calling Virginia Highlands Festival
Yes, ma'am.
next.
Hello.
Becky?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Ken at the town offices, and I have council ready for your presentation.
Fantastic. Thank you so very much. Okay, I'll just launch right into it. Yesterday, I had the great pleasure of meeting with several of our programming partners so that we could begin to create a comprehensive event calendar for the rest of 2020. I organized an online meeting with the representatives from the William King Museum of Art, the Washington County Historical Society, the Arts Depot, the Southwest Virginia Cultural Center and Marketplace, and the Abingdon Tourism Department. We are collaborating with these and with other institutions that couldn't make it to the meeting to discover ways that our events might overlap and support each other, with the goal of developing the most attractive programming itinerary to quickly bring tourists back to Abingdon once the COVID-19 crisis is over. For our part, and obviously subject to change as things develop, we intend to keep the summer festival on the calendar for July 24th through August 2nd. The biggest change to the festival is that we will open up our programming time slots to our partners so that they may still have many of their springtime events that had to be canceled due to the public health crisis we are facing. Doing this will likely eat into our earned income potential, but the reality is, as a community, we're trying to squeeze 9 months of programming into about half that time. As a 72-year-old tradition in our community, we have a lock on 10 precious days in the summer. We do not want to hinder any other organization's ability to reschedule their events, and we are uniquely positioned to help. By incorporating these events into the festival just for this year, we all stand a better chance of success and a quick recovery. And if we get to June and we find that we still need to keep our social distance, the festival board is developing a plan B that would shift the annual festival to early October this year. For what it's worth, we did discuss not having the summer festival at all in 2020, but we are all too aware of what the festival brings to our community in the form of meals and lodging tax, new customers in our Main Street shops, and positive media attention throughout the region. As much as people love to complain about the festival, it is one of the fastest roads back to economic recovery for our community. And if I may toot the festival's horn a little, earlier this month, the Virginia Highlands Festival stepped up and helped fill in the gap left by Barter Theatre's late opening with a successful restaurant week and a special event with chefs Sean Brock and Travis Milton. The feedback from Restaurant Week has been positive, and we will likely do this again in early 2021 to help rebuild our local dining scene. We have rescheduled our popular plein air Abingdon Festival for October 8th through the 10th. It's an event that has tremendous momentum, and we believe this will continue to be a source of positive attention for our art and Main Street business community, as artists will be painting throughout our downtown and the greater Abingdon area for 3 days. And it was our organization's ability to connect across all of Abingdon and innovate programming that led to my giving a TED Talk last November about Abingdon and the Virginia Highlands Festival. VHF creates the space for Abingdon's arts, culture, and tourism-related organizations to come together, showcase the best of what we have to offer to the broadest audience possible. These organizations are a driving force for our local economy, ultimately providing a positive ROI on your investment in us. Not only do we provide desirable amenities for town residents, but our presence attracts new business and helps retain a quality workforce. The tax revenue generated by our activities is received quickly back into the town treasury to help support many of the other organizations speaking with you today. I understand that you have some difficult decisions, and I hope that you will pay special attention to those organizations that are poised to help our community rebound quickly from this crisis. Thank you so much for your time and your consideration. I am open for questions.
Do we have any time left for questions?
No, it was
Okay.
1 second, Becky, we had left. Do you all have a quick question? We are running a few seconds ahead if you'd like. Anybody?
I just want to say thank you, Becky, for the restaurant week. I'm glad it was a success, and I wish you all a lot of success this year, as well as everybody else that's calling in too. Thank you so much. Do you have a question, Ms. Quich?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Becky.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you guys can speak up, I'm not sure if they're able to hear you because of the room. Here, yes. The
All right, next call.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, the next call will be William King Museum of Art, please, Ms. Kingsley.
Thank you for calling the William King Museum of Art. We are located at 415 West Academy Drive in Abingdon. Dialing Betsy White.
Oops, I think she hung up.
Thank you for calling the William King Museum. Dialing Betsy White. Kim?
Yes, Betsy, how are you?
Fine. Sorry, I thought you were going to get straight to my phone, but I've got you now.
That's fine. Council is here and ready for your presentation.
Thank you, council members. I'm looking at you on YouTube.
Well,
Hi,
thank
Betsy.
you.
Hey, Betsy.
Hi, Betsy.
Hi. I have 5 minutes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I guess I'm hearing me in delayed time. All right. Well, all I want to say, obviously, is thank you to the town of Abingdon for the long-term and generous support that it's given to this museum all the way through its 30 years of forming and growing, and it is what it is today. As Becky said, we've been all delaying our programming, of course, and have closed to the public. We are hoping to reopen in the summertime with a very robust amount of programming for our whole entire community. We are continuing to plan that, as a matter of fact, and we are continuing here at the museum to continue to plan all the growth that we have going on with the renovated county building that you all know about, as well as our entire campus. So I guess my point that I would like to make is thank you, and hopefully we'll all come out of this on the other side in good shape. I think this museum, I've never seen its planning as important and significant as a potential asset for tourism throughout the region, but particularly for the town of Abingdon itself. I mean, our cultural resources really are a big part of what makes Abingdon Abingdon. Now, we have asked you all for $100,000, and I know you all are in a hard spot. This is the amount that used to be provided, and it stayed intact for a lot of years, and the last couple of years has had to be reduced somewhat. But we've asked for that again, and hopefully you can give that some consideration. I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have for me.
I don't have any questions, Betsy, but I do appreciate all you do up there. You're an asset to William King.
Well, thank you very much, Donna. And I hope that Kim was able to show you all the pictures of the work that the town of Abingdon just finished up here for this renovation of the county building. They just finished it. They did a spectacular job. And as I said in my letter, always friendly. The town of Abingdon employees up here are always very friendly, and they've just done a wonderful job, and we can't thank you enough for that. That project is completed and fully funded, so we are moving ahead to fund the campus renovation so that hopefully in about 18 months, the entire campus will be finished.
Yes, I saw those pictures too, and for the in-kind work that we did, and I'm so happy that project's done. I've been hearing some really good comments about that, and so when the governor allows everybody to start getting out a lot more than what we are now, I'd like to take you up on that tour.
Good. We'll do that, and we'll look forward to it very much.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, each one of you.
Thank you. Anybody
Thank
else
you,
have any
Betsy.
questions? Okay, thank you, Ms. White.
All right.
Bye-bye
Bye.
now. Okay, Kim, the next call will be Faith in Action.
Name, Faith in Action.
Brad Farmer, please.
Just 1 moment.
Thank you.
Faith in Action, this is Brad.
Mr. Farmer, hi, this is Kim with the town. I have the council present and ready for your presentation.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Farmer.
I am Brad Farmer with the Executive Director of Ecumenical Faith in Action. We are located at 798 Hillman Highway in Abingdon, Virginia. And we would like to request a grant in the amount of $15,000. And we pass out food to a monthly average of almost 890 Washington County and Abingdon households per month. We also give each one of those families a $20 voucher to use to receive free clothing and shoes at our thrift store in Abingdon. We average paying out approximately $3,000 per week to local families in need for crisis assistance. This money is used to help with rent, electric bills, and other essential utilities such as water, sewer, heating oil, things of that nature. We try to be great stewards of the funds that we receive, and we ask that you would continue to support the work of Faith in Action as you have in the past. The services that we provide are so important to the community, and in this time of uncertainty with the COVID-19, with the business shutdowns and restrictions of people, being out, we will see a huge increase in the number of families that will be needing help from us, and our help has never been so crucial to the community as it is right now. Please know that the money that you provide will be used wisely and prudently to make the most impact to the folks in our town. And I think and with the packet that I sent in when we originally sent our request in, our program report for 2019, and as I mentioned already, we passed out free food to a monthly average of almost 890 people. Last year, we passed out food 10,669 times. We signed up 439 new families last year, and on our crisis assistance, as I said, we do about $3,000 per week on average, and we've been averaging that for about 3 years now. That money, we do not give cash to individuals. We do not give that to the individuals directly. That money would go to the vendor, which would be like AEP for their power bill, to their landlords, which we have W-9s on file for the landlords that we send out money to. We don't give the money to the people, we give it to the vendor that they're in need of fulfilling that obligation to. And we appreciate your support and would hope that you would continue to support us. I know times are tough right now, but this is, a time when the services we provide, you really see how much those come into play and how needed they are for so many. We're already helping people For instance, like a waitress at Cracker Barrel that can no longer go to work because of this shutdown, we were help her pay her electric bill this month, and we're going to see, we expect a huge increase over the next few weeks as people continue to be out of work, and more businesses now have, had to trim back because of this. So, again, we would appreciate your support. We also partner with several other agencies that are crucial to the work we do. Feeding Southwest Virginia, which was formerly Feeding America Southwest Virginia, they provide us with food each month. They're a great partner of ours. Appalachian Sustainable Development, they work with us and provide fresh vegetables and fresh garden items to us to pass out of the food pantry. And Crossroads Medical Mission, they set up their bus once a week here at our location and see people for medical visits at no charge. So they're a huge asset to what we do here and a great benefit to the community. So that's pretty much all I have. I do want to make sure that we're clear that I think at some point in time it was stated that we are a church, and we are not a church. We're just a nonprofit organization that is supported by local churches. We have a lot of churches that are part of our volunteers and are part of a rotating volunteer schedule we have, but we're not a, so to speak, a branch off of a certain church or anything like that. We're totally separate from all the churches. They just donate and help us because they feel led to do so.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
Okay, council, do you have any questions?
I just want to say thank you, Mr. Farmer, for all the work you do, and we appreciate it. And I'd like to also say thank you to all the churches that help support that ministry also. I know it's a lot of good work there, and it is for our community, and I thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I would also like to state that we are, and I stated this in the paperwork that I sent in, we are mostly volunteer.
Yeah.
My job is not a desk job for the most part. I'm out running. Today I have made 3 different trips out to pick up food, and I'll also be making another trip after we finish this call to pick up more food. So I'm not just a figurehead. I'm one of the mules that helps pull the plow here, so to speak. So,
Well, I knew the guy before you, Larry Bass.
We don't waste it on vehicles. We don't waste it on, fancy paperwork or business cards. I don't even have business cards. The money we get, we try to do back into the community and actually help people with it. We don't try to waste, and I hope anybody that's ever been here and see how we do things would realize that any money we get, we put it to the best use we possibly can.
Well, we appreciate what you do. Like, I echo what Ms. Quetch said. I know it's a trying time right now, and thank you for helping everybody that you can and need.
Thank you, and thank you all for making it possible through your support. We appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brad.
Mr. Farmer, I want to thank you for being a member of our Complete Count Committee for the 2020 census also. You've been very helpful, and I think we've reached a lot of people.
Wonderful.
Got a lot more work to do also during this.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, God bless.
Okay, Ms. Kingsley, it looks like we're going to speak with Friends of Southwest Virginia now.
Mr. Cannon.
Yes.
Good afternoon. This is Kim at the Town Hall. I have council here assembled, and we are ready for your presentation.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope y'all are doing well.
We
Yes.
are. How are you?
To call in today to talk to y'all. I'm assuming that y'all do have our requests and all the documents that were provided in front of you, or you have access to them.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So I'll just tell you briefly what we sent over to you so that you can understand what those documents are. One is our annual report, so that details our total economic impact and our work throughout the region in 2019 and in previous years too. We included some information on previous programs as well. There's also what we call a service delivery report here that basically details out our service to this part of the region and shows all the impact that we had specifically on this part of the region. And then there's some other documents in there. You've got our audit and just some other legal documents there for you to take a look at. But I'll just back up and I'll give you a little bit of overview of what we've been doing over the past year. We've had a busy year in 2019 and into 2020. Friends of Southwest Virginia, most of you are very familiar with us, but we are a nonprofit that's based here in Abingdon. But we do cover 19 counties, 4 independent cities, and 53 towns. We work throughout the region doing creative economy development. So we work to help the region take its natural and cultural assets and turn those into economic development. So taking the things that are incredibly unique about us, whether it's our music, whether it's our art, whether it's our culture, and especially our natural landscapes in this moment, and turning those into an economic engine for the region. We do that through all sorts of different initiatives. We do that through the Crooked Road, which is our music heritage trails, y'all know well. We do that through Round the Mountain, our arts network. And then we do that through outdoor recreation. We have multiple outdoor recreation initiatives throughout the region that are bringing in millions and millions of dollars to the region on an annual basis. One of our biggest initiatives is based right here in Abingdon, and that is the Cultural Center and Marketplace. And as you all know, and some of you are involved in, it went through a huge transformation in 2019. We recognized that there were some issues with the operational model and the success of it. And so we took a step back. We did a lot of research. We did a lot of work with consultants. And we made some changes to better serve the region and also serve the town of Abingdon. So y'all are the only place that we have a physical presence where we operate a physical facility. And so y'all are uniquely served more than our other communities, our 19 counties, 4 cities, and 53 towns. If you take a look at the service delivery report that was in there, you will see that this part of the region does need more service for the simple fact that we are based here. I'm actually a resident of the city of Bristol, but all of us live within a 30-minute driving distance of Abingdon. And so we're community members, we're naturally more involved here. And so it's not that we strategically try to be more impactful to y'all, it just kind of happens because we live here, we work here, we play here. But we have had a lot of impact with y'all over the past year. That's all reflected in the annual report, doing everything from marketing the region to developing the region to seeing all these incredible creative economy initiatives come to life. I know that we're in a crazy moment at the moment, and we really don't know what the future holds. Just to give you all a quick update real quickly, the Cultural Center is closed to the public. We've actually completely shut the building into hibernation. Staff is all working remotely. We did not have to lay off a single staff member. All of our staff are still employed. And we are working diligently from home to make sure our programs are serving every single one of our partners, whether it's a musician, whether it's an artisan, whether it's one of our outdoor recreation businesses. We're trying to assist them and help get them through this difficult moment. So any of the staff that we had on the front line at the center, we've actually reassigned to some sort of development program that's working across the region to assist different businesses in this crazy, unthinkable moment. So just slight side update on that as well. So I guess I'll just, are there any questions?
Yeah, would you mind stating for the public how much money that you're requesting?
Yes, ma'am. Y'all have traditionally given $7,500 per year. Y'all have actually given that same amount annually for 2011.
Okay, so 7,500, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Council, anyone else have any questions?
No, sir. No, I don't. No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all so much, and y'all stay safe.
Thank
You too. Okay, Ms. Kingsley, it looks like the next organization is Crossroads Medical Mission. Could you get them on the phone, please?
Cindy. This is Kim at the town offices in Abingdon. I have council assembled and ready for your presentation.
Excellent. Are you getting any kind of feedback on this call?
Very little, but we can hear you.
Okay, great. I'm muting off my computer as well. So shall I just start my 5 minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
Fabulous. I'm so glad that you have made this opportunity available. It was a fabulous solution. So the main thing that I would like to say to the town council is thank you for your continued support of Crossroads Medical Mission. And we plan to continue providing medical services to folks in need in Abingdon for as long as we possibly can. And we currently are making some adaptations because of the coronavirus, but we are continuing to provide care, and we're doing some of our triaging and processing of patients at their cars, and we are trying to get our hands on more personal protective equipment, having a little bit of a challenge in that, but we're trying to keep things as safe as possible for patients and volunteers and staff. And we've also asked the majority of our volunteers who are high risk to take some time off, and we've hired on a college student to help fill in that gap of those high-risk volunteers not being available for us right now. So we are committed to providing care, and we are so grateful to Abingdon for upholding us in that commitment.
Okay, council, do you all have any questions for Cindy?
Cindy, I don't have any questions, but I am a pharmacist and I do see your all's prescriptions regularly, and I would just like to take the time to thank you for what you guys do. I know many of those patients are in severe need, and with times like we have right now, it's even more important, but thank you guys for what you do.
Well, I appreciate those kind words. I will pass them along.
Thank you so much. I know it is a trying time now, but thank you for, what you're doing to think outside the box to help them.
Well, thank you, and we will continue on.
All right, Ms. Quest, do you have any?
I don't have any questions. I'll say thank you also.
Ms.
Okay.
Rocket is also helping us with this complete count committee. Ms. Rocket, and thank you for passing out that information for us.
You betcha. Thank you.
Thank you.
You all take care.
You too.
Bye-bye. Stay safe.
I know. And just for the record, I don't remember if I didn't ask how much, but I'm not sure she stated, but they're asking for $5,000.
Yes.
Okay, the next call is for Feeding America.
David Millsap, Feeding Southwest Virginia. How may I help you?
Hi, Mr. Millsap. This is Kim at the town offices. I have council gathered and ready for your presentation.
Okay, let me shut the door here and we will get started.
Okay.
I appreciate you all calling me.
Thank you.
On a pretty sunny Thursday in Abingdon.
It's gorgeous.
Okay, good afternoon. I am David Millsap, the Abingdon Branch Director for Feeding Southwest Virginia. I appreciate the time you have given us to present our request for funding for 2020 through 2021. During this corona pandemic, we continue to distribute food to agencies, and the Harvest Home Community Kitchen remains open. In the fiscal year 2018 to 2019, Feeding Southwest Virginia Abingdon facility distributed 5.8 million pounds of food. This comprised of 76% donated food, 5% purchased food, and 19% USDA food. The Abingdon facility serves 12 counties and 3 cities in Southwest Virginia. Approximately 900,000 pounds of food was distributed through the Abingdon facility, which assisted food insecure individuals in Abingdon and Washington County. Food supplied by Feeding Southwest Virginia enabled these programs to provide assistance to 5,450 food insecure individuals each month. In the fiscal year 2018 to 2019, Feeding Southwest Virginia currently supplied 433,896 pounds of food to Ecumenical Faith in Action. The Abingdon branch is home to the Harvest Home Community Kitchen, which provides carry-out meals every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. In 2019, the Harvest Home Community Kitchen served 25,753 meals, which equates to 2,146 meals each month. The kitchen is staffed by volunteers, and we use donated food in the kitchen. In addition, we also have after-school feeding programs and a children's summer feeding programs. Abingdon Muster Grounds is one of these programs. In February 2020, we unveiled a new kitchen dedicated to providing after-school hot meals to children during the school year and hot meals for the summer feeding program. Without food from Feeding America Southwest Virginia, many of the Abingdon and Washington County safety net organizations would be hard-pressed to sustain their charitable feeding program. Many men, women, and children live in Abingdon are not eating properly. I invite each of you to visit the Abingdon facility. I know that we have had some, but not all of the town council visit. Our mission is to feed Southwest Virginia's hungry through a network of partners and engage our region in the fight to end hunger. For every dollar donated, Feeding Southwest Virginia provides the equivalent of 6 meals. We function primarily as a food distribution center. We collect food donated by retail stores, food manufacturers, the USDA, food drives, individuals, farms, and restaurants. We inspect this food to make sure it is safe and consumable. We supply this food to charitable programs, which in turn distribute it to hungry residents of Southwest Virginia. Feeding Southwest Virginia helps the most vulnerable residents of our community, which are the low-income individuals, families, children, seniors, the disabled, unemployed, and underemployed, and the working poor. The Abingdon branch is staffed by 10 employees. The need to help those with food insecurity is growing, especially in these times of the corona pandemic that we are experiencing. Our area lags behind the state of Virginia in the levels of unemployment and income. Feeding Southwest Virginia operates on a very small percentage for management expense and fundraising, which is 4.3%. 95.7% of each dollar goes towards feeding those in need in Southwest Virginia. Our request of $10,000 in 2020 to 2021 will provide the equivalent of 60,000 meals. Those less fortunate need your support and generosity. I ask that you fund the full $10,000 request. Thank you for your time you have given me to present this request to you all today.
Thank you, Mr. Millsap. Kim, do we have any time left for questions?
25 seconds.
Okay, anybody have any questions, council?
No questions, but thank you, David.
Thank you so much for all that you
Welcome. I
do.
appreciate what you all do. Stay safe, be careful, and anything you all can do to help us, we're doing okay right now as far as with food. We continue to look for funding as we see some of the food sources we've been seeing is continuing to decline, such as some of our partner pickup, but we are open. The kitchen is open. We've seen an increase this week of 200 more meals through the kitchen distributed this week than last week.
Thank you, Dave.
That's good. Thank you so much for what you all do.
Thank you, and hope you all have a blessed day.
Thank you,
You
Mr.
too.
Millsap, for distributing our 2020 census flyers also.
You are welcome. Thank you all. Have a good day.
You
You
too.
too.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Okay, Ms. Kingsley, it looks like we have Veterans Memorial Park on our list next.
Hello,
Hello?
Emmett.
Yes.
Hi,
How are
this
you?
this is Kim at the town. Are you ready to present to the council?
Well, I think so. I'm trying to look at you on television. I see 2 of your all's backs. And I see you and Donna. Hi. guess you'll turn around and let me identify so I know I'm talking to, if you don't mind, turn around. You don't want to, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. You got your backs to the audience here. Anyway.
Oh, no.
We're sorry, we're trying to sit 6 feet apart.
We can turn around here.
Okay. All right. Good enough. All right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I guess I go forward at trying to, well, not be trying, we're requesting funds this year again for the Veterans Memorial Park. I think you have a list of the items that we hope to have additions that we need for the park. And we have, I guess you have that list before you, so with that assumption, for example, the signage, especially the sign there at the entrance on the south end, you can see it's been there for about 15 years now. It's in great need of repair. And it's, it reflects upon not only the park, but it also, the town. It's the only remaining green space that we have on any major corridor coming into town. And as you know, not only a Veterans Memorial Park, but it also is an arboretum, and so it's a place to enhance the environment as well as give honor and as it should be to the veterans and the people who fought for our freedom in this country. But it also reflects upon the image of the town as you on the main corridor. So it's very important we get that sign revamped this year as soon as possible. We also have another item on the we want to finish. We have the restroom facility, which we think it's a first-class restroom facility when we get it finished on the north end of the park. Right now, we're a little short on funding. We've had a couple of issues there that we put additional insulation in over what the architect required, but it will make it more efficient. We did this at town request as well as an additional pumping station, enlarged the size. That took away somewhat from our budget. But we hope to have that operating soon. But we need additional for that as well. I've heard a couple of comments indirectly, and some of you all may have heard it, college toilet and that sort of thing. First of all, that is totally inappropriate and insulting, not only to the town and people who have dedicated their lives to this country and the people who have helped for this park, but we want this to be a proper image for a beautiful park, for a beautiful town, and we don't want a porta potty image for the park or the town. And so therefore I will not try to apologize or in any way for having a first-class facility on the north end of this park. And so that is not only that, it will be a restroom facility that will also be there for the visitor center. Now, I understand the visitor center may be some possibility may be moving, but nevertheless, that parking area will be needed for the park. So if the visitor center is moved, I would hope you keep in mind that that property needs to be kept in either with the park or some other public entity, because if you take away that visitor center, you will take away the parking space where the people that will be utilizing the park, families, children at play. It's going to be a great place for people to get together, family reunions and get together. So keep that in mind in the funding. And also, all the programs I see that's on your agenda are all in great need. And all the great programs you have. But unlike the others, this is actually a part of this park is part of the infrastructure of it. In a way, there may be some question whether it should be on a non-departmental agency presentation for funding. Probably also could be considered part of the budget of the town for the property of the town. Because this is a town park, but it's also a Washington County park, but it's town property. And over the last 14, 15 years, I might, especially some of the new members of the council, I guess you all are, have been on there a lot less than 15 years, but over 60% of the contributions for this park, and it's over $300,000 spent in this park, have been obtained from Washington County and patriotic citizens of this county and other parts of the country. And I doubt that any one entity requesting any money is going to come up with that kind of percentage, where 60%
Okay.
of the contributions have come from other sources, other than, I think, are you still with me?
Yeah, we're still with you, but that's 5 minutes, unfortunately.
You want down to 5 minutes?
5 minutes, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, if you would, just do the right thing. This is patriotism, it's good business, it's the right thing to do. And right now, I think you need to do the right thing, not only for the veterans, for the community, and this park, but it's just the right thing to do, and it will help not only to honor the veterans, but it will provide a beautiful space for the children and the families in this community and the visitors, and it will say something about, when you first come into town, it will tell you something about the town.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Yuri.
We're glad to be here. and
Thank
help us
you.
Any bit that you can see fit.
All right, thank you so much. We have to cut you off, unfortunately. Thank you. Thank you all for what you
Give me a
do.
call, day or night. Thank you very much.
Thank
See
you,
you.
sir.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Ms. Kingsley, the Community Center of Abingdon, Virginia is next.
Subscriber you have dialed is not in service. If you feel you've received this,
Make sure I did not misdial it.
So both of these cameras aren't working right now. It's just.
They do
just-
different views,
Oh, do they?
so it
Okay.
was probably depending on where he was shooting at
I
the
just
time.
want everybody to see there.
subscriber you have dialed is not.
All right, do you want me to try to call the landline?
Please.
Person you called does not have voicemail.
Is that number, what's that number you have?
Was it a
356-2786 for Mr. Daniels?
Is that, let me think a minute. What's the center? Have you got the center?
628-3911.
One. I do have his, I believe I have his number if you want me to check.
Sure.
356-2782.
2786 is what she gave me. 2782?
Yes.
Okay.
I hope that was okay. I can tell everybody.
Hello?
Mr. Daniels?
Yes.
Hi, this is Kim at the town offices. Council is assembled and ready for your presentation.
Okay, hold on a second. What's that now?
This is Kim at the town offices. The council is assembled and ready for your presentation.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize I was getting a presentation today, but I'll send Randy over.
No, sir, we're doing by phone. We were
Okay.
under the understanding that you wanted to provide information regarding the non-departmental budget that you requested.
Oh, okay, yeah, let me get, like I said, I'll get Randy on the phone and have him call you right back.
No,
Did you
sir.
wanna call over?
No, Mr. Daniels, if you will wait till the end, I will call you back. We're on a schedule, so it will be approximately about 2:45.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, is it too early to call, the Barter
If
Theatre?
you need to take a restroom break, I think it would be appropriate since
Okay.
we've got, well, we're at 150, we're at 149, since we're running a little behind, if you want to continue.
Oh, okay, let's go ahead
I was
then.
thinking,
Go ahead with the Barter Theatre,
Yes.
please.
I'm sorry, I looked at my watch and this phone is a different time also.
You're fine, it's okay.
Katie Brown.
Ms. Brown, I'm sorry, this is Kim at the town offices. Council is
Hi there,
assembled
Kim.
and ready for your presentation.
That sounds great. Let me know when.
I'm ready.
Oh, thank you. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Members of Town Council and staff in attendance. This is Katie Brown, and I'm producing artistic director at Barter Theatre. When last I spoke before Town Council last fall, I outlined the ticket shortfall and subsequent urgent fundraising efforts Barter was undertaking. We were in the process of restructuring how Barter managed its finances and marketing plans for our slimmed down season. Listed in the letter I sent are many of the measures Barter has taken to get ourselves on better footing, most important of which were more conservative budget goals and a shortened season. We've also moved towards rigorous management of cash flow on a monthly and weekly basis. As a company, we were much more focused on profit and loss before, but we're finding that cash flow is key to our management. If you look at the slide printouts that we sent, the first slide printout is a picture of Barter's general cash flow and reflects the way that cash tends to work in the theater industry. The horizontal axis shows time by month, and you can see that we start the year with the most cash that we will have. Then the cash gets spent down as we build shows. There is a lift around April as we bring in summer sales and do our spring fundraising. And we're building the summer, and you see a dip into the negative in September and October as we build fall and Christmas. And then a dramatic recouping as we perform fall, sell Christmas, and do end-of-year fundraising, and we start the cycle all over again. What's important to understand here is how common this roller coaster ride is for theater. Theaters have to build the entire product, the entire widget at once, lay out all the cash, and then recoup what was spent. Barter does it in overlapping seasons, but the math problem is the same. You build the whole thing up front, and then you see how the customer responds. You can see that in a front-loaded business like theater, how important predictable influxes of cash, such payments we receive from the town of Abingdon. You see how important they are. The rest of the slides in your packet outline how successful our new business model was going this spring. Fundraising was up, ticket sales were above every metric we were guiding for, and then you can see how sales leveled off as COVID became a reality. We were able to respond quickly to the governor's orders. We made business functions remote. We managed to film a single show before orders not to seeing more than 10 people effectively shut down production. We have made the difficult decision to furlough 84% of our staff, leaving a skeletal staff of 17 to answer phones, keep the Barter Inn where we're providing housing for furloughed staff clean, market the season, and raise some much needed funds. Our focus has been on making sure Barter employees are safe, that we help them in every conceivable way. They'll be paid through April 5th, and we are currently planning for the staff to return on May 11th for a late May season opening. Our job now is to continue making multiple contingency plans to raise funds, find alternate revenue streams to continue our very careful management of every dollar. I'm talking to you on March 26th. This is the very day we were supposed to open our 2020 season with the first performance of Macbeth. And we find that the world is very different today than we thought it was going to be. Our request for $230,000 to the town remains. When we're able to convene again, it will take several weeks to build and rehearse the season, start up ticket sales once our calendar is solidified, and ensure that Barter can resume its place in helping to drive the local economy. I'm happy to take your questions now or in any follow-up format that's convenient to you.
Council, do you have any questions for Ms. Brown?
I don't have any questions, but thank you guys for working so diligently to reduce your budget and expenses, and we certainly appreciate that. That helps us make decisions easier, so thank you.
Yes, and I was happy to see, Ms. Brown, that you all were able to videotape, I believe it was Peter Pan, and you're on demand for that. And I'm really happy that you all thought outside the box and it was very creative to do something to help the Barter Theatre. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. I wish we had been able to get more films before we couldn't anymore, but we are excited to be streaming that one starting next week.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much for everything.
Thank you, Ms. Brown.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Kim, moving right along, we've got the Animal Defense League of Washington County to talk to now.
Just a second, Ms. Patterson, I have someone that's trying to call in, so
Yes,
let me
ma'am.
pick upstairs, I'm sorry.
All right.
Hello?
Ms. Fireball?
Yes?
Hi, this is Kim at the town offices. Council is assembled and ready for your presentation.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. I'm gonna merge a call real quickly. I have another board member on, so give me 1 second. Daryl,
Yes,
are you there?
yes, I am.
Kim, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, we're together then. Thank you.
And who do you have with you, ma'am? I'm sorry.
I have Daryl Blankenship. Daryl is actually the one who presented or created the proposal.
Okay.
Okay, we're ready for your presentation.
Okay, well, I guess we were going to start with, did you all have any questions for us from any of the material that we provided?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so I guess when we talk about Daryl, do you want to talk a little bit about what we are seeing
Yeah.
with the litters right now?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention to you all that there's going to be an increase, that currently is and will continue to be an increasing need as the temperatures have warmed. Previously, feral cats and as well as pet cats and dogs, they typically only had a maximum of 2 litters per year. But now, cats, especially the feral cats that we have, probably, if they're not totally litters, they're probably having 3 litters. So if you multiply that out, that can be a tremendous number of stray feral cats in a very short period of time. Unfortunately, many of the feral cats come from people who don't take care of their own domestic cats, their own pet cats, and the kittens get away or they're dropped, etc. I picked up 2 cats recently and rescued them, and both of them were pregnant, and this is very early in the cycle for them to already be pregnant. So the warmer temperatures, the warmer climate is going to create a tremendous need in the future, and also currently within the year. And so that creates overpopulation issues. It continues to add to the colonies that we see and try to take care of and try to make sure those are all spayed and neutered so those colonies don't grow. Unfortunately, people continue to drop off cats once they find out there's a drop-off place. So we don't see the need decreasing in the near future. So any additional spay-neuter opportunities, we would definitely, appreciate those.
Okay. Council, do you have any questions for Mr. Blankenship?
No, I don't have any.
No questions. That was very informative, though. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for what you all do to keep the population down for the cats, for the feral cats for us.
Yeah, thank you very much. And also with this economic downturn that we have been hit with, we found in 2008, our donations start dwindling down, and then we also try to help more people. So, again, we try to use our money as wisely as we can.
Okay, thanks for that information, and I hope you all have a great day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Good night.
Nancy.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, Kim, how are we on time?
We are at 1:59 if my clock is correct, and the next call is at 2 o'clock.
All right, well then we're on good time. Could we please speak with the Washington County Fair Association?
Mr. Garrett?
Yes.
Hi, this is Kim with the town offices. I have council assembled and ready for your presentation.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Madam Vice Mayor, members of council, and Ms. Kinsley, my name is Roger Garrett. I'm the president of the Washington County Fairground Incorporated. And the Washington County Fairground is the producer of the Washington County Fair the second week of September of each year. We are a nonprofit organization, 501c3, depending on sponsorships and contributions and gate receipts for our operations. We have no salaried employees. We're an all volunteer organization. We provide a venue where 4-H and FFA and other programs can be presented to show their accomplishments through the year and their respective projects that they have. We also provide a venue for agriculture in general to display the product that has been produced in the farms in the county for the current year. The fair includes all the processes and products of home economics, both from the county standpoint as well as some folks in town that process foods. There are livestock shows and judging for the animals that are produced in the county. And we always try to do something from an educational standpoint, such as having pre-K and kindergarten days, and then on each Friday of the fair, school is let out at noon, and all the children in the county has the opportunity to come to the fair that afternoon. We also have senior days and events for seniors during the fair time. So it's a long and varied list that's included in the makeup of the fair. And then in addition to the fair, the facilities can and are being used for other functions and meetings and so on throughout the year. And we have the opportunity to expand the use of facilities for other functions, such as for the past 2 years, we have hosted the Highlands Festival Antique Show and hope to do that again this year if we get by the current situation that we're in with the COVID virus. But with all these events, as people come in, they buy some motel rooms and food, and other dollars are spent for gasoline and what shopping they might do in town, while they're here. Now, one thing that has happened this year, we applied to the Virginia Tobacco Commission for a grant to do some projects at the fair. And they approved, part of it, approved $270,000. This is for paving, concrete floor in one building, for candle panels, for lighting in buildings and on the grounds, and so on. But we have to come up with half of that, which is $135,000. And the only way we can do this is through contributions, through rentals, through gate receipts, and through any money-making projects that we might have. And of course, what we're asking for today with you is to consider us for a contribution in your budget, for this year. And we appreciate everything that you have done for us in the past, and just ask for your every consideration in what you could grant for us this year. And I thank you very much for your time, and so I try to answer any questions that you might have now.
I just wanted to say thank y'all for what you do. And the other question I have, actually, the one question is, if you don't mind to state for the public, and I'm trying to be consistent with this, and I missed one, I'll have to get it later. What are you all requesting from us, please?
We're requesting $30,000.
That's what I have. I just wanted you to tell the public. All right. Anybody else have any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Garrett.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you all very much.
Have a good day.
Too.
Bye,
Thank you.
Mr. Garrett.
All right, Kim, how are we?
We are good.
All right, Appalachian Independence Center.
speak with David Barrett.
I'm sorry, I would have to take a message and send him a text. Who's calling?
This is the town offices. We had him scheduled for a phone interview today for the non-departmental budgets.
What time was your schedule?
2:05.
Well, unfortunately, we are all working from home.
Okay.
I'll send him a text. That's all I can do. That's the only way I can reach him.
Okay,
So,
that'll be fine, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay,
I don't think anyone.
all right.
Yes.
You all
Is
want
it
to
bathroom
take a
time?
quick bath?
If you don't mind.
Stand up for a minute,
Yeah, let's stand up for just a second. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, guys. I bet somebody didn't think about, maybe they didn't know until the last minute. So.
I just want to say
Johnny, do you need another water, anything?
No, I'm good. Thank you, Deb.
He gets tired sitting, David. I'm used to standing. Most of the day.
You have a desk that you get to stand. Took a phone call for Cindy.
Or seated.
You could get that. Thank you. So we're going pretty good, aren't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What, about 45 minutes?
I assume I did the correct thing with rescheduling then.
I don't know if I mean, if somebody else will have to reschedule them, I mean, put them on the end if Mr. Barrett comes back. I'm sure he didn't realize that.
And that was the last one we called?
That was Appalachian Independence
Okay.
Center, yes.
Okay, are we ready?
Let me check with Floyd, make sure he's still filming. We still have 2 minutes.
Well, one of my puppies died last night.
Oh, you got puppies? What is-
Well, not a puppy, but my Frenchie.
Oh, the older one?
wow.
He's the youngest of the three,
Oh,
actually.
really?
Yeah, but French bulldogs don't live long.
And how old was
He
he?
was 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
My
gonna
best
have to
is
take him
7.
today and have him put down. Yeah.
I bet your baby girl's tore all to pieces about that.
She's taking it surprisingly well, but it's been tough.
It'll be just a second, they're making, Floyd's making sure John's ready.
Thank you for this message, Kim, or somebody.
That's for you.
Okay, thank you. But not now, right?
I don't know, it was just brought in here just a second ago.
If it's about this meeting, I may need to take it. How many more minutes do we have? One?
About 30.
I mean, we got 30 minutes?
We got 2 minutes according
Oh,
to
2,
this.
okay.
Good to go, we're ready,
All right.
Cindy.
Okay, our next person, actually organization, will be Southwest Virginia Emergency Management System. Could you get them on the line for us, Ms. Kingsley? Please.
EMS Council, this is Julie.
Julie, hi, may I speak with Mr. Woods?
Oh, yes, may I ask who's calling?
This is the Abingdon Town Council.
Okay. How do you spell your first name?
It's the Abingdon Town Council for presentation on the non-departmental budgets.
Okay. Oh, I know you're on the phone. Okay, 1 second.
Thank you. It's a little loud, wasn't it? The music.
I just gotta get into it.
Hello,
Hello?
is this Mr. Woods?
Yes, this is Greg.
Hi, Mr. Woods. This is Kim with the Abingdon Town Council. They are convened and ready for your presentation.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. We're ready when you are, sir.
All right. Well, thank you guys for taking time out of, I know it's a busy and crazy week. Certainly is here at our office, but I appreciate the time that you've taken to talk with me. We have been funded by the town of Abingdon for several years, but as a sort of backup to a discussion of who we are and what we do, our office is a regional office that serves emergency medical services agencies in 16 localities in Virginia. We cover everything from Carroll, Grayson, and Bland to Lee County. And we are a support agency for emergency medical services. Much of what we do under contract with the Virginia Department of Health. So we are designated by the State Board of Health to coordinate and facilitate emergency medical services. So currently, in light of everything that's going on, our office is heavily involved in COVID-19 planning. We worked with the medical directors from all around Southwest Virginia to create protocols for handling and screening patients who might interact with COVID-19 patients, dispatch centers so that they could identify possible COVID-19 patients, and we are also distributing supplies and PPE to those EMS agencies who are responding to this crisis. In addition to that, we are a leading provider of EMS training and are the lead agency for most continuing education and workforce development training in Southwest Virginia. Those services we provided for many, many years free of charge to EMS agencies. We also operate the only accredited EMT training program that is outside of the community college system. So those providers who are interested in EMS or continuing their EMS education, who are not in favor of going through a college program, come into our programs and then serve in communities throughout Southwest Virginia. We also operate a American Heart Association training center that serves EMS agencies and the general public throughout Southwest Virginia. We actually include with that several hospitals in Southwest Virginia who are doing advanced cardiac life support, pediatric advanced life support, and CPR for both professionals and lay rescuers through our community training center.
And then some of the other things that we do that are, sort of background services that you may not think about. Our office coordinates a regional critical incident stress management team, and that team provides crisis support to all public safety agencies after some kind of crisis event. We offer that 24/7, 365 days a year, and that is a free service meant just to support EMS agencies and other public safety personnel as well. So we have been around almost right at 40 years now, and our services are often in the background. We're planning for disasters, planning for writing the protocols for pre-hospital treatment, looking at how well our agencies are providing care and making adjustments to those to ensure that citizens in Southwest Virginia are well cared for. And then the other side of that is we also assist with grant acquisitions for equipment and supplies and training for EMS providers throughout Southwest Virginia. And last year we were able to bring back, well over $1 million just to Southwest Virginia. So all of our services are free to EMS agencies and providers, and they're sort of all encompassed. We are a point to provide assistance to any EMS agency for any need that they may have in Southwest Virginia.
Okay. Well, thank
So
you.
that is a sort of high-level look at what we do, and of course I provided some specific statistics to you in our request, but I would be happy to answer any specific questions that you have about our services and how we serve in Southwest Virginia.
Thank you for what you do, working with the COVID and everything and all that you do. Council, do you have any questions? No?
I don't have any questions, but thank you.
Yes, thank you. And just for the record, could you tell the public how much money you're requesting?
Yes, we were requesting $800.
Okay. I have a little bit of it's 1,000 on my paper, so you want 1,000 or $800?
Well, that is my error. I must have looked at the wrong request amount. So 1,000 is what we had asked in the past, and I thought we lowered that and in this request based on our last receipt.
Okay, so you're asking for $800? 1,000, I'm sorry.
1,000, yep.
Okay, that sounds good. Anything else, council? No? All right, well, thank you so much.
Thank
Okay,
you,
thank
Mr.
you so
Woods.
much.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You all have a great day.
Thank you.
You too. All right, Ms. Kingsley, we're down to White's Mill Foundation.
Hello?
Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Hi, this is Kim with the Abingdon Town Council. Council is present and ready for your presentation.
Say that again, please, honey.
This is Kim with the Town of Abingdon. The council is here present and ready for your presentation. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Anytime you're ready, you can begin.
I'm in my old truck and I can barely hear you. Tell you what,
You were wanting to do a presentation about the White's Mill Foundation to the Abingdon Town Council for funding.
right?
They are ready to hear your presentation.
Okay, can I call you back in a few minutes?
Mr. Mitchell, we've got a schedule we're on, but I can call you at the back at the end, approximately about 2:50 if that works.
That would be better because I won't have all this wind blowing, okay?
All right, it'll be around 2:50, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Okay, are we ready for Abingdon Cycling, or are we gonna give a few minutes?
I'd go ahead and get it rolling.
It's, my class does 2:20, yes.
Okay, well, let's go for it. Abingdon Cycling.
They'll say they're very punctual. It's 2:20.
Mr. Elmore, this is Ken at the town office. Town council is together and ready for your presentation.
Hello, Kim. Hello, council. Thank you for having us. We
Hello.
appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today.
Hello.
Abingdon Cycling is a new requester for non-departmental funding, and but we're not a new organization to town. We've been around since about 2005 when a group formed, but in 2019 we finally got around to incorporating ourselves and getting a little more official. And our purposes are many, but first and foremost, to increase safe cycling among youth and adults in the Abingdon area. I want to be clear, we're a bicycling pedal-powered group, which is not a motorcycling group, so don't want any confusion about that. We're all human-powered. One of our major initiatives is to host a training group, a team for area middle school and high school youth who wish to race bicycles, particularly mountain bikes. And so we've formed that group, and they race in the NICA League in the fall and the Virginia High School League in the spring. Obviously, that's been truncated a little bit due to the coronavirus this spring, but we're still hoping that if we get some relief from that here, we'll be able to get a race or two in before summertime. But I do want to say just a quick word about coronavirus and cycling, and note that there's a lot of seriousness about the health and the community needs for getting outdoors, and we think that cycling is an excellent opportunity for that. Particularly on the Creeper Trail, where it's safe, you're away from traffic. People can get out and still be socially distant from one another, and yet still be outside a little bit, get some fresh air. And we think this sort of is a great opportunity for people to maybe dust off that bicycle that they've had in their garage. So we hope maybe a bad thing might lead to some rediscovery of a good thing in bicycling. Our group is interested in doing the bicycling racing team for the youth, but also in promoting cycling events for the town. We think that Abingdon is a great, it already has a great brand related to cycling centered around the Creeper Trail, and we think it's ripe for expansion of that. We brought or helped to bring an event, you may remember this past January, to a cyclocross race over to the Small Business Incubator. That was a very successful first year event. We hope to grow it in the future. And it's events like that that we think will bring people to our area, and hopefully restaurants and hotels as normalcy returns. But we're already in conversation with the Highlands Festival about putting a race onto their schedule for the 2021 Highlands Festival. So there's a lot of ideas that we've got, and we want to be a partner for basically coordinating cycling related activities in and around Abingdon, and elevating the conversation about infrastructure needs and economic development for Abingdon. So we appreciate your letting us come and make a presentation. We may be the smallest request of all of your requesters. We're asking for $930. We're a small group. We're all volunteer. We have no employees, and that is basically to help us cover some insurance costs related to our youth mountain bike program, so that we get these young people out and about safely. Do you have any questions that I can help answer?
Council, any questions?
I don't have any questions, but thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. Get out and bicycle ride.
Thanks, Link.
Mm-hmm. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Mr. Elmore.
Okay, Kim, we're at Symphony of the Mountains now. Would you put them on the phone, please, ma'am?
Never heard it do that before. It's like nothing happened.
Hello, this is Scott. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Edwards, this is Kim at the town office. The council is assembled and ready for your presentation.
Very good. Well, I know you all have the sheet that we sent in, the information. As you all know, the Symphony of the Mountains has a long history with Abingdon. We continue to do our annual Christmas concert there. We've had a number of barter collaborations. We've got students for our youth orchestra there. A lot of our patrons and musicians, folks come down here for concerts as well as up there. Of course, a sad thing, French Moore passed away recently, but he was our board chair for a number of years and has been a great advocate and a huge help, and we're going to miss him. Our Symphony of the Mountains, our motto is to be entertaining, enriching, and educating. And one of the ways we do this is with our great brass quintet that we have. And we're interested, we thought it would be a good timing to try and bring the brass quintet up to Abingdon to do both a public concert, which helps with our entertaining and enriching part of things, and then stay over for some school concerts for the educating part. Our brass quintet's done some great work in both Tennessee and Southwest Virginia. Sadly, as with so many arts organizations, we had to cancel our next performance for them, which was going to be up at the Big Stone Gap, and they were going to be playing, just as we proposed here, a public concert followed by a couple of school concerts. They have a huge rapport that they develop with both the community where they play and with the students. The students just love this, and so we think this would be an ideal time to see if we could mount such a program in Abingdon. One of the other facets of it, we know, especially with the coronavirus and everything, it's hurt all arts organizations, including ours, but we know it's also made life somewhat difficult for barter. And so what we're proposing to do with this particular concert is to do it when barter is dark, and see if we would like to rent one of their theaters to use for the concert. So that way, if we can pull this off, it's something that will help both the Symphony of the Mountains and barter. And really, that's, I think you've got all the numbers and everything. Let me ask if there's any questions I can answer for you.
I have a question, Mr. Edwards. If you would, please state how much you're asking for the public.
Sorry, say that again?
I said, would you please state for the public how much your organization is asking for, please?
Yes, we have submitted a budget asking for $4,531. That's the cost of the event. If we're able to get less than that, we may be able to find other donors or contributors that could help make up the difference.
Okay, thank you. Council, do you have any questions?
I don't have any, but thank you for your presentation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I hope we can do it.
No, thank you, sir. You have a good day.
We appreciate you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Ms. Kingsley, we have the Historic Society of Washington County.
This is Walter.
Mr. Jennings, this is Kim at the town offices. I have council assembled and ready for your presentation.
Well, thank you. On behalf of the board, our volunteers and our staff, and over 400 members of the Historical Society, I want to thank you for taking the time this afternoon to hear from all of us. We appreciate the support the town of Abingdon has provided to the Historical Society since 1936. It has allowed us to grow into one of the largest organizations of our kind in Southwest Virginia, in fact, anywhere in Virginia. Last month, we brought 2 world-class historical interpreters to Abingdon, Bill Barker and Richard Schumann, and they brought Thomas Jefferson and Patrick Henry to life for 900 students in Washington County, as well as 400 guests at the Barter Theatre. That just gives you an idea of the sort of thing that we do with the Historical Society. Bill and Richard returned to Monticello and Colonial Williamsburg, full of good things to say about Abingdon. But today I really want to share with you a brief story that illustrates the significance of historical tourism in Washington County. Last September, we had 2 visitors in our library named Pat and Betty. They're first cousins. Pat lives in Discovery Bay, California, and Betty lives in Hinton, Oklahoma. Pat drove from California, picked up her cousin in Oklahoma, and the 2 of them came to Abingdon to spend a week researching their McNew ancestry that dates back to the Revolutionary War years here in Washington County. They spent 5 days in our library and visiting old home sites and cemeteries that their research identified before they headed back home. So Abingdon was their destination. So that trip by those 2 cousins resulted in hotel revenue, which generated hotel tax revenue, but also helped keep a hotel open, helped employ hotel staff, helped pay utility and water and trash collection bills. They bought books in our library, which helped pay our small staff and supported authors and researchers who write books like that, and publishing companies that print those books. It resulted in breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a week, generating sales tax revenue, but it also helped local restaurants stay open, helped employ restaurant staff, and allowed their employees to pay their rent, buy groceries, and put clothes on their children. They bought gasoline, they kept gas stations open, and it just goes on and on. We see that story of Pat and Betty repeated over and over again at the Historical Society. We help generate tourism traffic in Abingdon. They say that every dollar that's spent by tourists is turned over 7 times in the community, and this is how that works. Our history here is a major draw. It's unique and it's remarkable. It means something to people outside our community, and the more we can bring those people to Abingdon to spend their money, the better off we are here. Towns dry up when people stop coming to visit, so the more we can encourage tourism traffic, and in our case, historic tourism, the better off we are as a community. Our job is to help protect and preserve that history for people like Pat and Betty and future generations of our citizens. So your investment in the Historical Society and other groups that stimulate tourism is an investment in the future of Abingdon. So we want to thank you for your support and your commitment and, of course, your time this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you, council, do you have any questions for Mr. Jenny?
I don't have any questions, but thank you.
Okay, and just for the record, Mr. Jenny, could you state to the public how much money you're requesting, please?
I believe we requested $2,700. Our treasurer is the one that actually prepared that paperwork.
Okay, I'll just tell you what I have on my paperwork. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what I have on my paperwork. It's $2,250.
Okay, then I stand corrected.
That's okay, no problem. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to catch you off balance there. Okay, well, anything else, council? No. Thank you all for what you do.
Thank you again.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Jenny.
Goodbye.
Okay, we're gonna have, next is the Depot Artists Association, DBA, the Arts Depot.
Unstop. It's my fault.
Hi, this is Karen. Leave me a brief message. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your voice message.
When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, Ms. Moore. This is Kim at the town offices. We were trying to get in contact with you regarding your non-departmental budget presentation. Thank you.
Okay, what time is it, Miss Kingsley?
I've got 2:34.
Okay, well, we can move on to Appalachia Sustainable Development if you'd like.
This is Catherine.
Hi, Ms. Terry. This is Kim at the town offices. I have council present and ready for your presentation.
Well, thank you. So I assume that you have looked at our application, but just to give you a high-level summary of it, AFD has been operating a garden at the Ecumenical Faith in Action Food Pantry for the last couple of years, and what we were asking for is $1,500 to help us partner with the Faith in Action staff and the people who use that pantry to increase the amount of fresh fruits and vegetables and herbs that we can produce at that site. We're also, in response to this whole COVID-19 situation, getting an incredible number of requests from people who wish to learn to garden. And we're crafting a response to that, but one of those responses would be to use this training in an expanded capacity to help people learn to garden, both actually on site at scheduled times as well as virtually using social media to get more of the word out. And really the primary use would be materials and just making sure that we can expand enough to give enough product to the food pantry and to those who come and volunteer. What we currently do is have volunteer hours 4 times a week, and people who come and volunteer to help maintain the garden are able to take food home. We also encourage the people who are picking up food at the food pantry to pick up food while they're there. And right now, this is so critical that we're doing everything we can to find as much money as possible to expand how much food we can produce, because obviously with 3 million people filing unemployment last week, we know it's just going to get worse in terms of food access and needing to grow more food. So that's, in a nutshell, what we are planning to do.
Well, that's good work to be proactive like that. Council, do you all have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions, but thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in, or
Thank
for
you.
us calling you.
I
us
appreciate your
calling you.
time.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Goodbye.
Thanks, Ms. Terry.
Okay, Kim, we have a couple of the organizations that weren't ready for their call. So do you want to get in touch with them at this time? One of them.
Yes.
One was the community center.
Yes. So, would you like me to call Ms. Moore back at the Arts Depot? We told Mr. Daniels 2:45, so I can try her again.
Okay, what time is it?
It is 2:39.
Yes, please.
Hi, this is Karen.
Hi, Ms. Moore. This is Kim with the Town Council. Are you ready for your presentation?
I am, thank you, Ms. Kinsley, and hello, members of the Town Council. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I am Karen Moore, Arts Administrator for the Depot Artists Association, located at 314 Depot Square, Abingdon. Thank you for this opportunity to speak. The town of Abingdon and the Arts Depot have held a strong partnership for 30 years. This year, the Arts Depot is requesting only $3,200 for fiscal year 2021, We do expect to suffer significant losses as a result of the current crisis. Of course, all the nonprofit festivals, arts organizations, and tourism agencies are facing the same issue. As you have heard today, many of us are actively working together so that we will be poised to influence recovery for this town and for the region. Funding our agencies and organizations is a good investment because we are the front door to economic development. When people begin to travel and out again, we will be ready. As a destination tourist spot, Arts Depot staff and volunteers talk to 8,500 people a year. One couple visiting from Northern Virginia in February told me they had stopped in Abingdon for a weekend a couple of years ago, and this year, when planning their month-long vacation, they chose to come to Abingdon because everyone was so friendly. It was like they had a community away from home. We are that town that people want to visit over and over again, and the Arts Depot will be a part of the solution for recovery. We have new dynamic programming coming up. As we reschedule these programs, we are working closely with other advocacy groups to coordinate and build on what we are all doing. The Arts Depot is asking for only a small amount. We do a great job at offering a whole lot to our community on a tiny budget. Funding from the town helps us leverage support for corporate and foundation funding because we can show that our local government supports us. Thank you for everything you are doing during this difficult time. We're all in this together, and we thank you.
Thank you. Council, do you have any questions for Ms. Moore?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You have a great day.
You too. Have a great day.
Thank you, Ms.
Bye-bye.
Moore.
Okay, Kim, I believe we have the community center up at 2:45.
Okay.
Hello, I'm not available. Leave me a message.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Mr. Daniels, this is Kim at the Town Council. We've tried to call you again regarding your non-departmental. Thank you.
Okay, could we move to White's Mill, please?
Please, sir.
Sorry, the person you are trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your call.
That was Mr. Mitchell.
Okay. All right, and I would like to make a comment here. At this time, I believe that's all the organizations that we have on our meeting today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'd like to tell the public that I found to get the Animal Defense League. I don't think that they, I didn't remember to ask them the question that they wanted $5,000 for their request, and I believe I've covered everybody to get this on the record. Just want to thank everybody for participating in this meeting, and everybody stay safe, and this meeting is adjourned.